How's it going, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Jason LaVanture here from RTV Incorporated at RealTourVision.com and BlueLavaMedia.com. I'm excited to talk to all the real estate photographers of the world today about 2026, what to expect. There's been some changes on portals showing your photos, showing your productions and virtual tours. There's a lot going on, and I'm going to cover a lot of ground in this video. We're going to move quickly, but there's some good stuff here for everybody. If you've ever watched my videos before, I love to help real estate photographers. Been doing this since 1999 when I started RTV, and then I started my own very local test company up here in northern Michigan. We do about 1,400 shoots a year. That's Blue Lava Media, and we push everything through the RTV system. So what's on the radar for today? We are going to be talking about the power of word of mouth marketing in 2026 and how some companies are taking it away. They're taking your opportunity away. We're going to go over that. You've heard me mention the importance of training your customers over the years. It's vital to train your customers on what to do with your photos. As most of you know, especially those of you that aren't using a system, it's very hard to get your customers to even do any kind of advertising for you or get up on a soapbox with a bullhorn and say, these photos were from Bob Alpin Photography. Well, they don't do that. They just don't. Especially if you're good at what you do, they don't do that. They keep you in their back pocket. So enter a real estate photography system that creates property websites or virtual tours or beautiful presentations that have your branding on them, and it's irresistible for the agent not to post it. They always post those on social, and today I'm going to show you how to train them to make sure that they get on the MLS, because it's vital that your production gets on the MLS. Here you're looking at the back end of the Blue Lava system. We've got a tremendous amount of projects in the works. I am going to pull up a delivery site here. Actually, I believe I've already got it bookmarked. We'll just go right to that one. All right, there we go. So today we're going to be working with 4411 Lakeview Trail. And you get your photos and your deliveries to your agents through the ever so popular RTV delivery site. So this is where they can view their invoice, they can make a payment, they can you can have them set to pay to download, all that good stuff. They can print marketing materials, social media cards, all that stuff right from the delivery site. The most important thing you want them to do is obviously post to social. You want them to get their photos, and you want to train them to immediately post on Facebook or whatever their popular social media channel or outlet is. And that's all built into delivery site. And with good training, you can show them the value of that, especially when you share with them the traffic report. And the traffic report goes out to the agent once a week automatically. And that traffic report, you want to be able to show some good hits. And you want to show traffic from not just the social media channels, but also you want to let them know if you put this on the MLS, you're going to get traffic from Realtor.com, Trulia, Zillow, Movoto, Redfin, the portal sites. So today we're going to be covering, you can see we've got some hits from Redfin here, Zillow, you got more from Zillow over here. You got a bunch of them from Realtor.com. That's good. We like seeing that. I like saying that because Realtor.com promotes it right when you go to the listing. You'll see that in a minute. But really good stuff. I do have brand new traffic reports coming for late January, early this year. I'm excited to share those with the RTV network. That's a whole overhaul. They're beautiful. But let's get started. Let's talk about the unique advantage you have as a real estate photography company over a lot of other services. So as a real estate photography company that uses a system, when your production, for example, your property website, gets out into the MLS, your brand is on it if you're using your system properly. As you can see on this one, the Blue Lava Media logo is hanging on that lower left-hand side, and it's clickable. It goes right to the page. Little bit of a recap. Our system collects traffic on all that. We give some really nice reporting. So when you're in your RTV system, you can go over to settings and affiliates, and you can see how many clicks you've received. In our case, we've received 5,693 clicks shouldn't say hits. Hits would be impressions, and it's in the millions. But clicks, and that's relevant traffic. These are other realtors looking at your productions. These are home shoppers. And guess what, folks? Home shoppers, in a lot of cases, statistically, are home sellers that could use your services. So we know that we've got a very targeted audience that's looking at your past productions, which puts you in a neat spot. The roofing person, the siding person, the lawn maintenance person, they have to stick something in the ground at a house with their service and hope that passersby see it. In your situation, you're a real estate photographer. If you're using a system, you've got a huge advantage because everybody's going to see your product, your property website, or virtual tour if you're using your affiliates. Let's take a look in our case. So our TV System 5, we called it Fusion, launched in June of 2012. June of 2012 to January 2026 is 13 years, 6 months. So in 13 years, 6 months, we've received 5693 clicks. That is 5693 divided by 162 months is about 35 clicks a month. Think about that. 35 clicks a month, relevant traffic to your website off your past projects. That's massive, relevant traffic. What's an agent's sphere of influence on Facebook? Take a guess. 30, 40% of their sphere of influence, other agents that could use your services? Yeah. So that's big. That's relevant traffic coming to your website. So those are clicks over to you. If you're utilizing, if you're just shooting and delivering, not so much. You're losing your word of mouth marketing. You're not even putting a little ad in the front lawn. You're losing it all. You're saying, here's Dropbox, see ya. I don't care about the advertising. But if you shoot 10, 15, 20 shoots a month, think about all those billboards that go out there on the different portal sites. So that's what I want to talk about next. I want to talk about you training your agents in how to use those portal sites. Let's take a look at this listing. We're just going to Google this listing, 4411 Lakeview Trail. Okay, we're going to Google this listing, and we're going to take a look at the different sites that pop up. Obviously, Zillow pops up, Realtor.com. Let's start with Realtor.com because it's my favorite. Okay, I use the control button to pop a new tab so we can refer back to that. Realtor.com puts virtual tour right here. It's very, very easy. Now, if your MLS sends the non-branded version, because there's probably quite a few saying, but my MLS sends the non-branded version, Jason. That's absolutely true. So even though Johnny Crane's name and phone number isn't getting put on the MLS, if the MLS sends it to Realtor.com, our TV technology automatically displays the branded version. So the agent doesn't have to log into Realtor.com and post the branded version. It's awesome. Very cool stuff happening there. So even though this is the non-branded version, we're flipping it to the branded. More word of mouth marketing for your agents. Listen to what I'm saying, folks. If you are using our system, this is massive training material right here, and a massive reason why your customer would want to make sure it gets on the MLS and not just social media. So that's Realtor.com. Let's take a look at Zillow. So Zillow also shows the virtual tour. They actually pull. Zillow's gotten a little bit better. Under more information, under facts and features here, you're going to find virtual tour 1 and 2. A lot of MLSs, there's 1,400 MLSs in the entire country. A lot of them send just one link, a non-branded. Some of them send 2. Ours sends 2, branded and non-branded. Not all of them do that though. But the good thing is, even though, look down in the lower left corner, you can see the URL if you look carefully. That's the branded version. This is the non-branded version. See how it says IDX there? That's Internet Data Exchange. That's the non-branded property website. But even though the non-branded version is going to Zillow, with our TV technology, we're going to show the branded. It's awesome. So again, more word of mouth marketing for both Johnny Crane and Blue Lava. You guessed it, more clicks. So all those home shoppers and other agents. Let's take a look at maybe Mavoto. Mavoto is another real estate portal that is out there. That notice here too. I always like to point this out. The listing itself ranks in the search engines. If your system is good, if your system that you're using is good, your projects, your property websites will all also rank right in the search engines, as you can see. Boom, natural organic rank. So that's pretty cool too for properties. The next thing I want to show here is we lost our Google search. Let me do that, pop, and then let me type in Movoto. Movoto used to rank a lot better than it does now, but it still ranks. Here's 4411. Now with Movoto, you got to scroll down to video. This weird virtual tour thing they have up here, that's just ignore that. But the tour is actually down at video. The non-branded tour starts to pop. They put it in iframe. Boom, you're going to get the branded version. So again, more marketing for your customers, more marketing. Let's take a look at Coldwell Banker, another portal that the MLS will push out to. Here's the listing on Coldwell Banker, and we see here virtual tour, and that is trying to go. You can once again see in the lower left corner that's trying to go to the non-branded. We hit it on Coldwell Banker. Boom, Johnny Crane, mugshot, phone number, everything. Again, you show this to your agents, they're going to love it. Let me close these down and let's take a look at Redfin. And again, Redfin's probably popping up somewhere, but I'm going to specifically search for it and make sure that we can get a hit on it. Right here it is. Here's that listing on Redfin, folks. This one's a little bit harder. You've got to scroll down to MLS data, and you've got to do right here. You've got the branded and the unbranded. So they're actually specifying, because my MLS sends 2 links, you get a branded and an unbranded. So check this out. Unbranded on Redfin. Here we go. Boom. There's the pop. There's Johnny's picture, phone number. That's our TV technology at work. He doesn't have to do anything. It just works. Awesome stuff. And Redfin does not have a problem showing branded and unbranded. It's just the MLSs that you have to concern yourself with. So with our technology, we give you a branded and non-branded, obviously, and that non-branded just suppresses their information on the MLS. So again, training your customers is huge, you guys. It's very, very huge, and it's vital. Let's take a look at Trulia. This is interesting. Trulia portal for 2026. Trulia has done some different stuff. No, you're not going to pop for me. Oh, Trulia, yeah, they don't rank very well. You actually have to type in the home to get it to pop. Now with Trulia, you've got to scroll down to home details right here, and then you need to see all. And then under the home details, you got virtual tour. Now watch this. This one is the fully branded. They do pull both, but interestingly enough, so this is the branded version, Johnny Crane. Interestingly enough, Trulia, the non-branded, if your MLS only sends the non-branded, Trulia blocks it. They don't allow the flip. So again, this stuff's always changing, you guys. It's always morphing. Notice how Johnny's picture's not on here. So if your MLS only shares the non-branded, you can't sell that even with our TV technology, Trulia. Sadly, that's all the major portals that pull. I'm still on Trulia here. Let me do a Google search for that too. So Berkshire Hathaway kind of does the same thing. Century21.com, Homes.com, and Remax.com do not show or pull any media from the MLSs, which really stinks, but that's all new information for 2026. Real estate photographers, it's vital that you train your customers if you want to harness your word of mouth marketing for 2026. It's vital that you show them the traffic reports. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek of the new traffic reports that are coming out. I can't wait to launch these. You're going to see these in sometime here real soon. I'm thinking this month, January, these are coming out. A whole new look and feel, but really the traffic report, that is your carrot to the agent. That's the reward. They can share that with the home seller. You know, the biggest complaint about the realtor today is the same as it was 25, 35 years ago. They took my listing and I never heard back from them. So use that. Tell the agents, hey, get these on social media. You want to have a great traffic report. You want your traffic report to be show a lot of activity, 100, 200 hits coming from a variety of websites, a lot of good average viewing time. This one's got an average viewing time of over 5 minutes. That's huge when people are looking at these property websites. They're sticky, they're interactive, there's weather, there's a virtual tour. You can embed your Zillow, you can embed your 3D stuff. So they're pretty, they're sticky, and they work, I think, very well, as long as you get your MLS data on there. So you guys, that's it. That's the importance of training your customers, getting them to the portal site so all of your past projects can act as tiny billboards for you today, tomorrow, and forever into the future. And your phone rings and you hear them say, I saw what you did for so-and-so. We'd love to get on your schedule. Thanks a lot, everybody. Let's go 2026. Have a good one.